Hi, everybody. It's 2 o'clock on a Friday, a very cold Friday. And I'm here to show you how to make this cute little double lid treat box. Double flip top treat box. Look at that. So cute. And I haven't even eaten any of those chocolates. So stay with me and I will show you how to make it. Okay, so I did change it up. I put some heart paper on here and I used that little beaver and put a little heart in there, which I think is adorable. I think I better add some glue to that. There we go. All right, now this is inspired by the Paper Pixie, and she does all sorts of 3D boxes and whatnot. I've used her designs many times. So it's called the Paper Pixie. You can check her out on YouTube. All right. All right, I'm going to need my scoreboard. Very busy today, which is surprising because it's so cold, but it has been, so it's wonderful. All right, get that straight. Okay. All right, so we're going to start off making the actual box part. And so we need a piece of paper that's 7 1/4 by 7 1/4. And very easily we are going to score it at 1 and 2 on all 4 sides. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. And look what I'm using. Oops. Got my little container here from Gabriel Hart. And I've got the smaller one for my paper clips. And then this one is for my tweezers and whatnot. My score tools, pen. Anyways, I got all sorts of stuff in there. All right. It's very handy. All right. So now on this one, we're going to do some cutting. And I am going to cut up this score line right here. And this score line. And I'm just going to do all of those right now so I don't get mixed up. So the second score line in, I've done all of those. Next, I'm going to remove this part here. Okay, so I'm going to cut up this score line and remove this part and remove this part. Okay, so I'm going to cut up this score line and I'm going to remove that part and that part. So I'm just making these little tabs here. And then I'm going to cut up this one and then remove that and remove that. And then I'm going to cut up this one and remove that. All right, so that's what it's going to look like. All right, So we started off with the square, and now it's going to look like this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to miter some of the corners. All right. So these are tabs right here. So I'm going to fold and burnish on all of these. I should have done that prior, I guess, but it really doesn't matter. So I'm just burnishing and folding on all of the score lines. So this is the main box. Okay, so it looks like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm just going to miter some corners. So I'm just going to, or angle, whatever you want to say. So I'm angling those, and then I'm also going to angle this one here. They just fit a little nicer when you angle them. Okay, so I'm just going to snip those. And then they just fit a little better. So again, this was a 7¼ inch by 7¼ inch piece of cardstock. And then you just score at 1 and 2 inches on all 4 sides. So now I'm just mitering these corners. And there we go. All right. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some tape on here. I'm going to use my tape gun. And I'm just going to put tape on these flaps here. This is giving a double wall to the box, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these in, these tabs, and I'm going to put adhesive on those tabs. You could use liquid glue if you wanted. I'm just going to use my tape gun. Okay, so I have put tape along the top of these flaps, and then I've pushed these tabs in, and I have put glue or adhesive on those. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to match up those sides like this. Okay, making sure we have those at a nice angle. And the last one, making sure I've got those nicely lined up. So now it looks like that. And then I'm just going to fold these in, and this gives it a nice strong side to my box. Once you're done that, you can take your bone folder and go in and just run it along to make sure that it's adhered very well. And now it's a nice strong box. Okay, like those sides aren't going to collapse. Hi everybody, it's just me. Linda and Paulette were here earlier and they've gone home. So it's just me. All right, next. Now we are going to do the double flip part of it. Okay, now these have strange measurements, but the reason they have the strange measurements is because we want it to be a little bit bigger than the original box. So I am going to mark it first with my ruler because the measurements use 1/16 of an inch. Okay, so I am going to mark my first one, and then I'll score on my scoreboard, okay? All right, my very first mark, I'm going to mark with my pencil. And it is, let me see. Okay, so this piece of paper is 5 7/16 by 9 13/16. So let me show you what a 16th is. So here, maybe I can show you on here. So here is an 8. See that? Can you see it? So here is 3 and an 8, that little first tick mark. And then this one is a quarter. Okay. And this is an 8. 1/16 is 1 tick. This little tick right here, that is a 16th. So this is 3 and a 16th is that. And then this is 3 and an 8. And then this is another little tick, would be 3/16. Okay. So this paper is 9 13/16, which is one little tick past 3/4, just that little tick. And it's by 5 7/16, which is one of the little ticks past a half. Okay. All right. So I'll repeat that. When you're measuring, you want it to be 9 13/16. So it's one of those little ticks past a half. And then if you do it this way, it's 5 7/16, and it's one tick past 5.5. Okay. All righty. Now on the long side, you are going to measure 2 3/16. So that's one tick past the 8. Okay. Or it's one tick before the quarter. And that is 2 3/16. And then the next measurement is easy. It's 3 1/4. And you're going to do that on both sides. So you're going to measure 2 3/16. So it's 3 of those little ticks, or it's one before a quarter. And then the next one is 3 1/4. So that's pretty easy. All right. And then you are going to go in on each side at 1 1/16. So that's just one past an inch. So that one's pretty easy. 1 past an inch. Okay. Once you get your ruler and you look at it, it will make sense. All right. Now you take where I put those tick marks. That is where you are going to draw your score line. Okay. So there's that score line. And then I have another tick here. So now I'm going to draw that score line. And then I had my ticks here. Draw that one. This one's easy, 3 1/4. But you need it just a little bit bigger so that it will fit over the box. Sounds very confusing, but you can do it. Now we're going to do some cutting. All right. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove these two pieces here. Okay. So we're going to take out this one. We're going to take out this one. All right. So I'm going to cut up here and cut up here. And then just fold this back. Maybe we should fold on all the score lines first this time. I was thinking after I made this, it's probably easier if you just make the box a little smaller, but oh well. This is the way she did it. Okay, so now I've got all that. All right, so now I'm cutting this piece, and then I'm going to cut this piece. I'm not mitering or anything, I'm just cutting it. And then I'm going to cut that out. So if you just fold those back like that and just cut this out. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. Maybe I should put this up a bit so you can see it better. Okay, so now I'm cutting this side piece out. So I'm just going to fold that back. It just makes for easier cutting. And I'm cutting this out. So you can see that this is going to be the center of the box. So that's where this little box is going to go. So you can see how this is going to shape up. All right, so now we have these ends like so. So these right here are going to be tabs. So I'm going to cut up this way and cut up this way. So we're going to have 4 tabs. 3, 4. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tabs. All right. Now I'm just going to angle those a little bit, just a sliver. Okay, so I did those 2, and I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to just angle these ones. It makes for a cleaner side. Okay, now let's have a look at it. Okay, so now it looks like this. So we cut these sides out, and then we made these 4 tabs. All right. Now the next one is pretty easy. We're going to cut from this top where that score line is down to this right side. All right. I'm going to get my bigger scissors, and I'm just going to snip from that down to there. Now you could, if you wanted, you could draw, but it's pretty easy just to go from this to that. All right. It looks like I drew a bit there, just as a reminder. Okay. All right. So now it looks like this. So you can see that this is going to be the side of my flip top. So where that score line is, I'm just going to cut down on an angle on the diagonal down to that side. Pretty easy. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do the same again. Where that score line is, down there. So now I have my sides of my box. So you can see where we're going with this. These are going to turn in like this. to create that side flip. All right. And then these ones are going to flip like that. All right. I don't know why you can't get in more. I don't think it is. Anybody else having trouble? All right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put adhesive on the backs of these flaps. All right. So I just flipped it over and I put adhesive on the back of those tabs. And then I'm going to turn it over again and create those sides. So I'm just taking my sides and lining them up to make a nice angle there. And then this one, I'm making a nice little angle there. There we go. And then on this one, I'm going to do the same. So I'm just pushing that tab in and bringing this over so that they line up. And the same with this one. This would be a cute little box, any occasion. And then I'm just going to take my bone folder and go over top of those tabs, making sure they're secure. Right, and then you want to just bend it, make sure it bends nicely. All right. All right. Now we're going to bring in the box. So on the base of the box, so it sits like that, and then this folds over, and this folds over. Okay. So it's going to sit in here like so, and then this is going to fold over, and this is going to fold over, and there's our box. All right, so what we need to do now is we need to put our tape. I'm going to put glue on here. So I'm just going to put glue on the bottom of my box here. All right, and then this is going to just fit right in here, like so. And using the glue gives you a little wiggle room there. And there we go. There's our box. All right. Okay. All righty. Now we can decorate it. And we can also put a magnetic closure on it. So we want to put these on prior. So I'm just going to take off the backing of my magnet. I'm just using little magnets. You could close it. So I'm going to put one here, like so. And then the other one, I am going to put, that was positive, now I need negative. I'm going to close that up. And that one's going to go there. Okay. So I am going to need a pop dot. I might put that up a bit more. There we go. All right, I'm going to put a glue dot on there. There we go. Close that up, and then it automatically just sticks. And there we go. Okay, I can pull that off. All right. So now I've cut these pieces of paper, and they are 2 by 3 1/4, and I've cut 2 of them, and they're going to go right on here to cover this up. So we'll put this one here, and then I'm just going to open it up and just make sure it's stuck down. Okay, and then I'm going to take the other one. And I'm going to put this one on here and just make sure it's on. Yeah, Darlene, it is a really cute little box. Look at that. How cute is it? All right, now to decorate the front of it, I am using a Would You Be Mine beaver. And then this little heart. So I'm going to cut my little heart out. This is for Shelby. She wanted me to use the beaver. And then I'm going to cut his little paw. Just cut that out so that he can hold the heart. There we go. Alrighty. There he goes. Bring my little box here. And then I have this Love You So Much. Now this stamp is a great stamp, and we still have, I think there's 2 of them, but it has, I'm going to get it. This, I've used this so many times. I'm going to get it and show you it. Here it is. It has lots of, it has Happy Valentine's Day. I've used this on different projects. But it's a great stamp. It's only $20.99. Okay. So that's where this came from. So I'm just going to get my So I'm just going to have half of it hanging over, and then I'm going to put my little beaver on there. There we go. So there is our little box, and you can put whatever. You can put gift card. You can put a little, some jewelry, some earrings. You can put candy. I have these Ferrero Rochers in here. It takes 4 of them, but it's pretty darling. Okay. So there we are. I love it. Now I was using that little craft knife, but look at this one. This looks great. It's got a storage compartment for your blades. So I think I'm just going to open this because I'm going to get a new one here. So let's have a little look. All right, this looks pretty nice. So there's the cap. Oh, it's nice to hold. Very nice to hold. Cuts nicely. Nice grip on it. Yeah, it's very nice. Cindy's there. Very nice. And then you can take this off. Oops. And you've got blades in here for different things. Put that on. It's very nice. I like it. All right, and it's got a nice little cap on it. It's by Prima. Okay, there's my knife. All right. Now, yes, and I showed you these stamps, and so they're great for Valentine's Day. Another thing I wanted to tell you was we have one card kit left of the Valentines. I have one kit left. And so if you'd like it, there's just one left because we got to get our Valentine cards made and in the mail. So if anybody wants this kit, let me know. If anybody wants this stamp, there's 2 of these. And I also have the dies. So there's one set of dies that I can put with it. All right, so there's refill blades coming, so that's good to know. All right, now Cindy did a video yesterday of a bunch of new stuff that came in. So I am going to be using it to make things, okay? So I'll just show you a few of the things that I am going to be using next week. Just gonna have to reorder. We sold a lot of it today. Now, these I'm quite excited about. I love the font, and I'm gonna do a really cool thing with these because they have a die to go with them. So this will make a really cool card, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing with that. So I'm excited about those. Now, this one is beautiful. This one is wonderful in every way, and it's gorgeous. I am going to be using a stencil with it and a die. I think that'll look stunning. So I'll make a really nice card with that. This I love. So this I'm going to, actually I might be using this in a kit. So this will be a fun thing. Then I wanted to try this. This is the page. I believe this is by, oh, maybe not. I thought it was a page. This one is a page, Taylor. Oh yeah, it says right there. So is this one. So I thought this was lovely. And you could even use this in your scrapbook page as a frame. And there's a stencil that goes with it, which I think is kind of fun. So I'll be using these. All right, so this is what next week I'll be using. Now our washi tape kit is ready. All right, so the kit is ready. I've done the handout. I'll do the video tonight. But you can come pick your kits up. And that was these cards. All right. I actually have to make more. I thought 30 was enough, but it isn't. All right, so these are the cards. These are such a hit. I am going to be doing 2 more kits using washi tape. All right, so you have those to look forward to. So anybody that ordered the kit, and I have extras, they're $15 and they're ready to go. All right, so I think that's it. So I hope you enjoyed making this, watching me make this box, and you can try it. And Karen's in tomorrow. Yes, Maureen, you can get a kit. All right. Okay, so thanks for watching. And next week, there's going to be some really beautiful cards. Okay. I'm quite excited about it. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.